So, this is for YouTube because I've been doing Facebook live feeds lately. So, and I haven't been catching up on my YouTube in a couple of days. Actually, probably, I don't know when the last time I posted a video on YouTube was. But, so in the last couple of weeks, I have my boyfriend's glove on. Just because it's cold as fuck in Michigan right now. But, in the last couple of weeks, I've been in Ohio, in Kentucky, and in Michigan. And it has not been fun. Let's just put it that way. It's not been fun. It's not been fun at all. Actually, by the end of it, I ran the fuck away from Ohio again. Because I only went back to go to child support court because since I'm waiting on Social Security, I have to do so many check-ins with child support because I can't make payments. I can't. Any little bit of money I do get goes to survival. Because, I can't work. I have multiple doctors tell me not to work. I know my limitations, and I know that I can't handle it either. It's an agreement. It wasn't that I told them I don't want to work. I told them I do want to work. And we have spent the last 3.5 years trying to get me back to a place where I could go back to work. Well, the problem comes in, though, is that there's just so many problems. That's that. It's not just, I don't have just one single problem. I don't have just one single issue wrong with my body. It's not just my mind. It's not just my body. It's not like I'm only missing, it's not like I'm just missing my hand and I can still learn how to acclimate and adjust without that one body part. I have my entire body fighting against itself every day. And then I have my mind trying to stay straight, but it's really hard for your mind to fight your entire body. Especially when it's supposed to be running your entire body. And then on top of that, I have other people. There's other human beings out there that have decided that they don't want me to be happy. That's what it breaks down to. Because they're miserable, so, misery loves company. They want me miserable. Now, right now, I'm not miserable. I'm just cold because I'm sitting outside on the porch because I'm smoking. We don't smoke in the house. We smoke outside. Sometimes I might stand here at the door and have the door block the wind and shit because sometimes this wind is bitter cold. But we smoke outside. We don't smoke in the house. He doesn't smoke at all. And he doesn't want his shit smelling like smoke. And I get that. This is his apartment. This is his rules. Don't smoke in the house. So I don't. A couple of times I didn't know that it wasn't all the way out, and I've walked in and it's like it's about to go out, but I can keep it going. These things have a tendency of going out on me like all the fucking time, and every once in a blue moon one will burn all the way through, and I'm like, hey, wow, look at that. I didn't have to relight it fucking 50 times. And I've done it on camera where I've had to relight it 50 fucking times. Where I just lit it, I had it going, then it just burns the fuck. Like, where did the ember go? Like, it just had a big old ember on. Where the fuck did the ember go? It didn't fall off. It's still all there. Why isn't it still lit? Well, it's because too much ash gets on it. You just saw the ember, right? The ember was just there. It should have been hot enough that it didn't go out. But it wasn't. Sorry guys, I gotta put on hands on the glove because my hands are fucking freezing. I have bad circulation, and with that comes cold hands and feet. No, don't burn my blanket. I do have my blanket outside with me wrapped around me because, like I said, it's cold out here tonight. So, I went back to Ohio a couple weeks ago to go to child support court and to go to a couple doctor's appointments. I ended up missing my doctor's appointments. I did make it to child support court, barely, because here's what happened. People knew I was coming, and the original plan was I was going to stay with a woman who's been I considered her one of my best friends for the last 27 years. or 26 years. 20 fucking plus years, because my kid is 23. I was pregnant when I was 24. Knew her before that, so yeah, at least 25. I'm 39. I've known her over half my life. We've known each other. I've called this woman my sister. So, I was supposed to stay with her. She was going to pick me up from the bus stop, because I was taking the Greyhound. And she was going to pick me up in Trotwood. I was going to stay at her house for the week, because my niece was having a baby shower that Saturday. And then my brother's ex-girlfriend, who I'm still friends with, was getting married the following Saturday. So I was just going to stay down there for the entire week, so I could start it on a good note, end it on a good note. Well, I found out that the guy who I had been with up until just July 4th, when me and him explosively ended, and her are in a relationship. And neither of them wanted to tell me. Luckily, another girl who knows us couldn't take it. She knew about it, and she kept trying to tell Mel, you need to tell her. What about Jessica? And what about Jessica? What about Jessica? You're doing what you want to make you feel good. But are you forgetting about our friend Jessica? Are you forgetting you've known her longer than you've known him? That she's done so much to be your friend? Yeah, you've done for her too. But are you forgetting she's your friend? You know the song Goodbye Earl by Dixie Chicks? Well, we were Marianne and Wanda. I was the one that went out and explored. She was the one that stayed. And the Earl she found this time is going to end up probably killing her if he explodes on her like he did on me, because she's more fragile than I am. Both physically and mentally, emotionally and spiritually and all of it, she is way more fragile than I am. Now, I'm a tough bitch. I'm tough. I can take a lot. Actually, I do take a lot. I take a lot of bullshit for a long time before I will finally just say fuck it and I'm done. But when I do say fuck it and I'm done, I'm done. Like, I won't talk to you no more. I won't have you in my life. I won't do this. Well, here's the problem. This isn't the first time she's done this. She slept with both my oldest boys' dads. No, not while I was with them. Not that I know of. Oh, God, I hope not. But I at this point, I wouldn't put past any of the three of them. I know both of the men only think with the head downstairs, and I know that all she's thinking about is getting the head downstairs put in her V. Just keep it nice. So, that was the first thing. Well, okay. She was going to write me a note like we're still in high school and give it to me when I got off the bus, is what Mel was going to do. Instead of calling me, which she had been doing anyways, and she told me she'd been working, but she never once said she was even hanging out with him. Never once even said she had been around him. Never once said nothing about it. She lied. She withheld information, which therefore means lied. Because she knew, and she just didn't say it. Why? Because she was afraid I was going to get mad. I wasn't going to get mad about that, but I sure as hell mad that you guys lied to me. And I'm mad that he told me, when I talked to him just a week or two before that he said, no, I'm very much single. Really? That's a lie, because you've been dating her. And on top of that, I found out before I ever left Ohio the first time, when you were still talking to me, you were also talking to the other Jessie. The one that thinks she's number one, she ain't number one. She's trash. That's why she had to bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce and bounce. That's why she couldn't stay anywhere longer than 6 fucking months, ever. Than the entire time that I've known her since she left her own apartment. She hasn't been able to stay anywhere longer than 6 months. How long was I with you, Daniel? 5 years, 9 months, 3 days. Me and you were together. I was able to stay, now wasn't I? I was long term. She doesn't think that way. Can I please have the light back? God bless, man. Man, this emotion detecting light. We're gonna fight. It drives me absolutely insane. I turn it on because I want it on, and it decides when it wants to turn itself off. And sometimes it's for absolutely no, like sometimes I'll turn it on, it'll be on for 30 seconds, and it'll turn itself off. And I'm moving. Isn't it supposed to be motion detecting? So it's supposed to detect that I'm moving, and it doesn't. But then I'm sitting over here, and all I gotta do is do this, and it fucking picks up. It annoys me. Sorry. I apologize. I'm tired. I'm fucking exhausted and wore the fuck out. Because since then, I missed my niece's baby shower. Because I didn't have anywhere to go, and I kept trying to tell people, I don't have anywhere to go now. My plans are all screwed because the hell am I going to go stay at her house while she leaves me there and goes and fucks my ex. And goes and sees my stepkids. Those were my kids. I helped raise them. I was there day in and day out. I'm not even allowed to talk to these kids or see these kids anymore. Okay. That's your guys' choice. That's your prerogative. But you're still seeing my kids. How is that one fair? How is it fair that you get my kids, but I'm not allowed to have my kids? Wait, what? How screwed up is that one? The people who did the abusing, the people who did the lying, the people who did the wrong are winning? Come on, man. Let's think about this. Think about this, people. I try to be nice. And I try to be friends. I even try to apologize for my wrongdoings. And you know what they did? They threw my apologies back in my fucking face. They say, fuck you, Jessica. And that's exactly what they absolutely do say. Word for word. Word for word. Fuck you, Jessica. Well, no. No, you don't get to fuck me. You don't get to fuck me. You don't get to fuck me over. You don't get to fuck around with me. Jessica don't play that fucking game. Jessica don't play games. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people. I don't play games. I'm as real gets. The only kind of games I like to play are family games or card games. I don't even like video games. I've never really been big on video games. Not since they came out. I mean, yeah, it's okay every once in a blue moon to get, but I'm not one to do them every day. That ain't who I am. That ain't what I do. Life is not a game. Life is very real. And we have to live in the very real. We need to fix the very real is what needs to happen. Because too many people are defending them and supporting them. Here's why. They got money and I don't. Simple. It's what it breaks down to. Danny makes like $1,000 a week. Melinda always has a way of making it and bringing in money. And when she doesn't, she goes and asks her daddy for it. Or her aunt or her mama. But most of the time, she finds her own ways to come up with what she needs. So no wonder she wanted my man, who was a good guy. He was a good guy. Goes to work every day. I mean, on paper, he looks like a damn good guy. Goes to work every day. Helps out around the house. He sucks at helping take care of those fucking kids, man. Sucks at it. He's not a daddy. He's not even a father. He's a dad. And dads, just like moms, when that last letter drops, well, they'll let you drop. I'm a mama. I'm going to shoot you off into the sky. I'm going to get you over your hurdles and around your obstacles. I'm going to teach you what you need to get over your hurdles on your own and around your own obstacles. And then I'm going to shoot you off into the sky so you can go shine like the stars that's in the sky tonight. The moon, the sun. Because I want my people to shine. I don't want my people to drop off. I don't want my people to fail. I don't want my kids or my friends or my family. That's not what I want for y'all. I want y'all to shine. I want you to be seen and heard, loved, cared for. That's the shit I want. And I look like crap tonight, and I can't help it. I literally woke up. I've only been up maybe an hour. I laid down earlier, and I was only planning on sleeping for like an hour or two, and I ended up sleeping barely for 5. So, I'm not going to complain. I need to sleep, and I'm still tired. I still want to just go in there and lay down and go to bed, but I know if I do, I'm going to be back up here in about 2 hours. I'm going to be up all night long, so I might as well just stay up for a while and then go back to bed. But, man, this shit's crazy. Absolutely insane. So that was what started the catalyst of everything that just seemed to spiral out of control for about 3 weeks. I got off that bus, and the next door neighbor to Daniel, her name is Jessica too, picked me up. Her name is Jessica also. Let me correct this one. It was a last minute, I finally got a ride last minute kind of deal. And, she picked me up, and as soon as I get off the bus, she said, well, yeah, by the way, they put your totes in the back. And I'm like, I just got off of a bus, and I'm supposed to be taking a bus bag. What am I supposed to do with totes? 3 of them at that. The fuck am I supposed to do with those? I mean, I can go through them and shit, but I can't take them anywhere. Nobody's driving me back. I was taking a bus back. As it was, I was barely having a place to stay. That was last minute, too, because, it took me days just to find a fucking backup place to stay for, because everyone's like, well, you can come here and stay for a day or 2. Okay, look, I don't want to bounce and bounce and bounce every time I fucking come down to Ohio. But that's what happens. Because people can only take my energy for a day or 2 before they can't stand my positivity on some things. They can't take my words because I speak the truth and the truth fucking hurts. And I'm sorry if the truth fucking hurts you, especially if it hits a little too close to home. If I'm talking about a whole nother situation and it's sitting close to your home, then maybe, here's the idea, seriously. Maybe, if what I'm talking about is hitting too close to your home, then maybe I'm not the only one with the same motherfucking problem. And I know I'm not the only one with the same fucking problems. The only difference is, I'll stand up for it. I'll stand up to tell you that it's wrong. And other people want to just like sweep it under the rug and leave the dirt there and just ignore it. Well, I don't ignore anything. What I see, if it's wrong, bet I open my mouth and I say something. Because that is who I am. That is what I do. I am a truth speaker. I don't give a fuck who doesn't like it. At all. If you don't like it, don't be in my life. Period. Go live in your misery and in your lies, but keep them the fuck off of me. I don't like liars. I don't like cheaters. I don't like thieves. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill. It's like my main rules. Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill. I don't like liars. I don't like cheaters. I don't like thieves. And I definitely don't like killers. And then when I talk about killers, I'm not just talking about somebody who comes up and kills your body. I'm talking about the people who kill your mind, your soul, your spirit, who shatter your fucking heart. Because that can kill you. Kill who you are. Then you have to go and fucking like be reborn again and learn all about who you really are again because somebody decided to kill who you were in the first place. And the only problem is then who you become is like a Frankenstein's monster. And Frankenstein's monster was very misunderstood too, now wasn't he? He didn't ask to be created. Frankenstein created him. He didn't ask for all those fucking body parts to be sewn together and all those scars and all those stitches. Frankenstein decided he was going to try to create life in the wrong way And so he took death, pieced it all together, and created a monster. And a lot of times, I feel like fucking Frankenstein's monster. The only thing is, you can't see all my stitches. They're on the inside. Can't see all my scars. They're on the inside. I've learned to, hide them well. Well, I thought I did anyways. I haven't really. People can see right through it. You might not see them on the outside, but you can see that there's pain on the inside. Now I'm done smoking, so I'm gonna go back in the house. But, hold on just a second. I gotta uncover and grab my stuff. Because it's cold. And I don't want to be cold. I want to go in the warmth. Let me get back in the house. Yeah, I love our door hanger. Oh man, if I can find it. Let me get it. Let me flip a switch. There we go. Light. Let there be light. United, we stand. Because that's how I feel. I feel if we are united, we'll keep on standing. It's when you divide us that we fall. Because when you have partners, when you have teammates, when you have people, well, you can do anything. I need to bring my chair in, sorry. I haven't been wanting to leave it outside. Because, well, one, it's cold, and two, I know it's meant for outside, but it also folds up. And a lot of times I like to put stuff in the little pocket. Sometimes I forget I put it in the little pocket. So, stick my chair back in. I even have a little spot for it. I don't even have to fold it up half the time. And then sometimes if I want to just sit at the door, just watch out the door. Because it's too cold to go outside and sit. But I still like to look outside. I can open up the front door, the big door, this one. And open this one. So I can keep this one closed. Because see all the windows? Keep this one closed. And I didn't even lock it. So I'm safe. No, well, it's a barrier anyways. Now, if somebody wanted to break in, it wouldn't be that hard. But that's what the big door's for, though, too. But I would hear somebody walking up on this porch most of the time. If I don't have both earbuds in and cranked the fuck up. But usually if I have them in and cranked up, then I'm outside. Sometimes I'll crank them up inside. But, so, that was the beginning of that visit, and it didn't get better. Because as the road went, as me and her, as she was driving me down to go to court, the more she talked, the madder I got. And the reason I got mad was because she knew. She knew. She knew everything. And never once did she pick up her phone. She says, well, that's when you told me not to talk to you. Well, Jess, I told you to stop talking to me because you went from being my friend and his friend, and you said you would be the middle ground between the two of us so that me and him didn't have to talk anymore, to all of a sudden now you're taking his side, and only his side, and only his side. After the last 3 years of watching everything that happened in that house, you were on my side. You're like, oh yeah, I get you, Jessica, I get you, I understand it. No, you're doing right. And after you would call me over to your house to help you with your kids, and you didn't have a problem with any of that. But now all of a sudden, once things got pushed too far, and people pushed Jessica too far, literally, it started with a bunch of bullshit, but once my boundaries got pushed and I fought back against 3, because that morning, that was my breaking point. When I still had the one on my side, I was cool. And when the daddy was still working with me, I was cool because it was us against the one trying to help the one. We were trying to help, not control, not beat it into. We were trying to help him. And I have certain ways that I know can get through if I have backup. That was the problem. My backup stopped backing me up. He decided this is just too much. They're your fucking kids, man. I wasn't laying there with you all those years ago. It wasn't my legs got spread that made them fucking babies. I had my own. But those two were yours. And I still stayed there to help you with yours. And then you left me. You left me home alone all the fucking time. With your kids. With your kids. Not mine. Yours. While you went to work with mine. And I didn't complain when you had to go to work. It's work. We all have to work. We all have to have our own kind of work. And I considered cleaning the house and taking care of the kids and paying the bills and doing that all my work. I was a housewife-ish. I was a house girlfriend. Because he never married me. I don't think he actually ever planned to marry me. I think he just told me that to make me feel good. I think it was all a fucking lie. I'm not going to say that he didn't tell me he loved me was a lie. That's probably the truth. But him ever telling me he was going to marry me, that was a lie. Because the closer it got to my divorce being finalized, the closer it got to us being able to be married, that was when he started pulling away. So even before this, his youngest boy that lived with us, because he's got 3 sons and the youngest one doesn't live there, but the second, his middle boy, okay? So before his middle boy moved in with us, he was already pulling away from me. I actually, as I look back, especially when you have enough fucking time on your own, and you can reanalyze things when distance brings clarity. So after I distanced myself and I started really trying to get a clear head on this shit, I realized he started pulling away a long time ago. When I really started getting sick, when it looked like I was really going to die, yeah, he pulled away. And I can understand that if he pulled away some because he wanted to prepare for if that happened and when that happened. Because my last procedure I had, when they put the last set of epidural steroid shots in my back, it was a minor procedure. But I still had to be twilighted sleep because they were putting needles in my spine. So I can't move for that. And if I was awake, there's a chance I would have moved. As soon as that needle, I would have jerked. So he put me to sleep. Had me put under anesthesia. Not like put to sleep like we talk about with dogs and cats and that, but like they had me put under anesthesia. I was in a twilight sleep. My blood pressure and my pulse rate dropped so low that the nurse started freaking the fuck out. And I mean, I was starting to come out of it. But she's like, you got to wait. I've got to, and she had to start pumping. And I'm like, let me move, man. If you let me move, I'll get my pulse rate going again. And I'll get my blood pressure back up. Because part of what's going on is that I have low blood pressure and I have a low pulse rate. I have poor circulation. And if I don't move enough, my pulse rate drops too low. And my blood pressure drops too low. It's part of why I move as much as I move. Because I can feel it. I can feel my heart rate slowing down. I can feel my blood pressure about to bottom out, and I have to do something to get it going again. You have to wait. Let me get up and do. Look, dude. Wait, okay. It doesn't take a whole lot. Just let me move. And she kept, and I said, look, move. Let me move. Sit me up. Let me move. You're telling me my shit's low. I'm telling you, I know what I need to do. I understand you're a nurse, but understand this is my body I've been living with for 39 years. But it got scary low to the point I could have just, my heart could have stopped. And now I'm scared to death to go under any other procedures because I'm scared to death that I won't come back out of it. So when they start talking about that I might have had to have surgeries on my ankles, or that I might have to have, I mean, I have one more set of injections I'm allowed to get, or when I was worried that they were going to have to do surgery on my neck because I didn't know what was wrong with it. I could feel it. It doesn't feel right. What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? But they did that moving x-ray thing, and they said that the bones all look good. I know there's a little arthritis in it, but it all looks good. That most of the whatever's causing the problems had to do within the muscles and the tendons. They weren't strong enough. So I've spent the last couple months working on to getting them strong again. I couldn't hold my head up high before. I literally physically couldn't. I didn't have the strength in my neck to do it. I got it now. I have worked my ass off to get my body back in shape because I spent 4 years sitting on a couch because I was dying. Medically. Dying. And my doctor found that he said, here, try the Zimpep. Oh, God, Zimpep is a life save. Literally. With that, my pancreas doesn't have to do what it wasn't doing anyways, because that pill, these little capsules, does it for it. So, okay, Jessica knew. She didn't tell me. I got pissed. We made it into Middletown, Ohio. Actually, we made it right by my son's apartment. My son and his friend's apartment. And I don't remember what the fuck she said, but she said something. And it was just my boiling point. It was just, I can't do this no more. Let me the fuck out of this car. I will walk the rest of the way. It's like 15 miles. I'll call court, tell them. Let her know, let the magistrate know I am on my way. But I just got off of a Greyhound bus to make it to this. And my ride and me couldn't be in the same car together. I got out of the car. I'm gonna walk. Because I said, I don't like liars. And I don't like people who hold back information just because they don't want to call me. So they don't want to tell me because they're afraid of what my reaction is going to be. So they just don't. Pussies. Scared little pussies. That's what I consider those people. Scared ass little pussies. You're afraid of a reaction. On the phone. From 500 miles away. I still haven't gotten an apology from Melinda or from Daniel for any of this bullshit that they've been doing. Not for lying to me. Not for going behind my back. Not from Danny for him throwing me down the hallway. 6'7". I'm 5'9". He weighs almost 300 pounds. I weighed 130. And I might be mean, but even I can't physically take on that kind of giant. I mean, I did. Don't get me wrong. I stood there and took him down. I still take him down, because this is how I take him down. I don't need to touch him. My words very much are weapons. Best weapon I got. Works better than these. Against a 6'7" giant. Because this ain't gonna do shit. I've watched that man bust his hand open and start cracking up laughing. Because he doesn't know how to cry. He only knows how to laugh through his pain. But I have seen him cry. Once. And it was over me. He didn't even cry for his own grandma when she passed away. He hasn't cried about his kids. He didn't cry about none of it. But the day I went to go walk out his door, when he realized just how bad he fucked up, not how bad I fucked up, how bad he fucked up, he cried. He bawled like a fucking baby in front of me. And I stood there with no tears in my eyes that day. Because I was done. I told him for a while. I told him for a long while. Think something needs to change. Something needs to change. Something needs to change. This ain't right. This ain't right. I can't do this. I'm not doing this. I even told him for the last, 4 or 5 months. If shit don't change, my Jesse's going to make an appearance. That should have told you I wasn't feeling safe. That should have told you I wasn't feeling cared about. That should have told you I wasn't feeling loved. That should have told you I definitely didn't feel like I had a fucking teammate. If I had to tell you that my Jesse's about to make an appearance, because if my emotional Jessie, it's in a person, she's my protective. It's my protective side. We call her Jessie because she's mean. Jess is alright, but Jess was dying and sick. Jessica is all of me. It's all my sides. When I feel like going by Angel Grace, it's because I actually feel like I've made it past all of this. I'm handling it with grace of an angel. Oh, my nickname's been Angel since I was 14. 13, 14. Probably before that, actually, but I know for a fact since I was 13 or 14, like, for school and stuff with my friends and that, I was always Angel. There was Brat, and there's Kit Kat, and there's Boxer. You know, other people had their nicknames. Mine was Angel. I even signed it on schoolwork, and the teacher knew who I was. She never questioned it. Because I signed it a certain way, and she knew. That's Jessica. She wants to be an angel today. Because I always wanted to be an angel. I want to be good. I want to be that good girl. That perfect daughter. Number one sister. I've always wanted to be an angel. People treat me like I'm the devil. They see me coming, they go running. Oh shit, here comes the devil herself. I'm not. Do you see horns? I mean, like, my hair's all flicky out, but I mean, it's not really a horn, it's just hair. Maybe I got them hidden under this. I don't. The only horns I got are hands. I got hands, not horns. Okay, so I did make it to court. I missed my appointments. Me and my brother got into it, and me and my brother never usually get into it. Normally we're really copacetic, but that day, by the end of that day, I was so fucking exhausted, wore out, pissed off, aggravated. I was done. I was so fucking in. Everybody's like, just let it go. Just let it go. Can I process it first before I let it go? Can I deal with it? Can I be mad about it? Why am I not allowed to be mad about shit, but everybody else is? Well, but Jessica, you're angry all the time. Well, maybe because this whole goddamn world is fucked. Just fucked. And humans do nasty, disgusting, dirty, garbage-ass fucking actions and expect us just to be okay with it. Oh, it's okay that you hurt me. I'm just gonna... No, I'm not. Okay, understand this. I'm not. I'm not gonna just let it go. I'm gonna call you out on your bullshit first. I'm gonna make it known to the entire fucking world what people are doing and how dirty it is. It makes me feel physically dirty sometimes when I walk down the street and I see the garbage, even though I know I've taken a shower, even though I know my clothes are clean, even though I know I'm clean. But I walk down the street and I see the garbage, and it makes me physically start feeling dirty that I'm walking through that much filth. It makes me feel like I've walked through a goddamn landfill. That's why I clean up the garbage. Because I want a cleaner environment for myself, let alone for the future. But other people seem to think that the earth is nothing but a garbage dump. You dumbasses! Go watch WALL-E. Is that what you want? Because the only thing is, we can't live in space. We don't have that technology like that yet. Not on a whole, not on a mass. Right now, they only send up small teams to go into space. Stop destroying our planet. It's the only one we have. We're not going to magically go out there and just find another fucking planet that they've been looking for fucking ever. We can't even make it past certain. How far in our universe or in our little galaxy can we go? We can't make it to the outskirts of it yet. Out to where Uranus and Pluto and all that shit is. Only those little rover things have been able to make it to Mars. It's retarded. Why are you going to trash the only planet you got? Why are you going to trash your home? No, seriously. Yeah, that's the question. Why do people trash their homes? It's your home. It's your sanctuary. You should want it to be clean, organized, straightened up. You should want it to be together. It's your home. So why do people trash it? Their houses, their yards, and then they go out and they trash the earth. Just because you're garbage doesn't mean you have to treat the entire planet like it is. And you don't have to treat everybody like they are because you are. Some of us know our worth. And some of us won't tolerate it at all. Just understand that. Because united we stand. Singularly we fall. You had to have a teammate. Actually, you need a full-fledged team. And I do have a full-fledged team. People don't think about it. They don't realize it. They think because they see me alone, I am alone. But does it look like I'm always alone? I'm not always alone. He works third shift. He sleeps during the day. Any point in time I want to go lay down with him, I can. He tells me I'd very much like that. I don't, because I have so much energy that it literally projects. It's like my voice. My energy level projects. So if I'm in a negative mood, guess what people around me feel? Negative. If I'm in a positive mood and they're in a negative mood, sometimes it can flip their negative mood to a positive mood. Sometimes it's just too positive. I don't want to think that way right now. I don't want to think positively. I'm too stuck in my own misery. Just shut up with your positive fucking affirmations. No. I won't. My positive affirmations are what keep me from being in a negative. Because you don't want me in a negative too. Because you get me in a negative, it can get explosive. We don't need that. So, just saying. Things have not been right. So, but anyways, made it to court. Missed my appointments. I was bouncing from one to another to another. I had a friend tell me I couldn't play in her backyard because it made her neighbors and her boyfriend uncomfortable. Here's why. Because they knew I was untouchable. They couldn't touch me. But when I sing and dance, it attracts attention. Especially when I was dressed like I was that day. With tight pants on and my hair done, and I just look good. I mean, even I had to look in the mirror and be like, damn, you don't look tired. You don't look sick. You actually look good today. Damn, Jess. Yeah, I'm allowed to prop myself up. Right now, I'm telling you, I look tired. Look, I can see it. I look tired. I am tired. Damn, I'm ready for a fucking vacation, man. But vacations come later. Vacations come after my rest of my shit gets set. Vacations are like going to be a celebration. Yeah, I didn't realize I put all these. I have only 3 pairs of pants. I just happened to catch a hole in the one, which kind of sucks. Anyways, me and my brother got into it that night. I left. I went to a friend's house. I spent the night at her house. Funny thing was, I'd already had my shit all together and outside except for my hairbrush and a charger. And I was actually getting ready to go back in to get those things. But I was outside, I had the music going. And I went to go into her yard to actually, like, be able to move away from everybody. And it freaked out her neighbors. She came running up. She said, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Jessica, you need to calm down. I wasn't even saying anything. I wasn't singing. All I was going to do was just move my hands. My body. What do you mean I need to calm down? Jacob's already said I gotta go. He can't take me. Because, here's why. Jacob is an abusive asshole. I have a picture on my phone of her, of my friend, with a bloody mouth. And underneath it says, if anything ever happens to me, it was Jacob. Yeah, I'll throw abusive assholes out there. The first time I ever spent the night at her house, the way he treated her, like she was nothing but a fucking 2-bit whore. And she had to play along. She said, I know how to calm him down. I know how to calm him down. He was drunk. He has to get drunk and treat her like garbage in order to be able to have sex with her. And then he forces her to go out and have a team. And then he tries to make her feel like shit for something he told her to go do. She doesn't want it. She keeps telling him she doesn't want it. I don't want this. I only want one. I only want one. I only want to be with you. What's he tell her? I don't care. You're nothing but a fucking 2-bit whore. Take your kids, because I know you're going to see this, and get the fuck away from that abusive motherfucker. Because if you keep pushing me about my shit, like you have been, ma'am, I will post that picture just to have my proof put out there for the entire world to see just how big of a piece of shit Jacob Markham is. Keep pushing. You want to tell me that you're not with an abusive asshole and I got the actual evidence? Motherfucker, come the hell on. Every time, every day that you stay in that house and you keep your kids in that house, you don't only endanger yourself, but you're endangering those two. You never know. You never know. You never fucking know. Let me tell you how I know you never know. Because this past Saturday, when I was at my mother's house, because that's where I ended up at. I made it to Maysville. I seen my baby for his birthday. I came back to my mother's house on Friday. Saturday, I was madder than shit because things just weren't going right. Things were not going right. They were not going how they were supposed to be going. And I was getting mad. So I was bitching at myself. I mean, I was bitching to myself. There's a difference. I was mad, and I was bitching. I'll admit it. I was running my mouth. Because, see, my mother decides to trash. It's one of those people I talk about trashing their house. She's a hoarder. The only reason her house isn't completely overtaken is because she has a husband who puts his foot down and says, no, we're not, no. You've already got the house full of enough shit that you don't have room for. You have our shed full of shit. They basically need a goddamn storage unit just to put all their shit into, and it won't fit at all. They would actually need, if they were to go and move out right now, put all their shit in storage, they would need 2 storage units. I mean, you can't even Pac-Man that shit in there for 1 storage unit. You can't. And I'm good at that shit. And I'm telling you, it would take 2 of the big storage units in order to fucking get this house empty. And there's only 2 people that live in it. It's 3 bedrooms. And I had to clear off a bunch of shit. Anyways. But she wants me to come down there and clean her house for her. Excuse me? I didn't trash your house. You're in better shape than I am. You're older than me, sure. But you're in better shape than I am. Why do I need to come do anything for you? I'm your daughter. The way this works, kids only do for their parents if they want to. Parents do for their children because it's what's right. Kids are not responsible at all for taking care of the parents until they become like to the point where they need a nursing home, where they need full-time care, and even then it still doesn't fall on the kids. There's people out there who have that job. But the parents would be like, oh, you're just going to send me away. Yeah. I'm going to put you in the best place possible for you. I'll put you in a nursing home where you can have 24-hour care. Where if you fall down or something like that happens, there's going to be people there to pick you up. Well, you're never going to come visit. Well, I don't come back and visit you now. Get it? I don't come visit you now. Now, I won't be going back to my mother's house. Not alone. I will never step back foot in that house alone. Ever again. Ever. I don't give a fuck what's in that house. There's nothing in that house. Nothing in that house that will ever make me want to go back in it alone. Not after what happened. If I ever walk back in that house, I better have backup. There better be somebody there to defend me this time. So I've told people on Facebook what happened. Let me tell you. I was in the kitchen making a cup of coffee. My brother was in the laundry area, which was about 6 to 10 feet away from me, fixing the furnace. And apparently my brother had had enough of hearing what I had to say. I didn't give a fuck. I'm allowed to talk. I'm allowed to yell, scream, bitch, and do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm an adult. We live in the United States of America, which is what they say is the land of the free. If it's it is freedom of speech. Legally, I can say whatever the fuck I want. So the next time even a cop wants to tell me I need to quiet down, fuck you, cop. Tell them motherfuckers to stop running their goddamn mouths. And I won't have to open mine to defend myself. Understand this? Are we getting clearer and clearer and clearer on this? How many more lights you want me to turn on? How many more people you want me to go, damn, wake the fuck up? My brother got up in my face, started spitting and yelling and screaming in my face. And I remember I wasn't even talking to him. I was talking to myself. And I wasn't even talking about him. I had said something about our mother's house being fucking trash and you couldn't walk through it after I'd already picked up trash and trash and trash. I'd already taken out so much trash. Go on, you little fucking gnat. I don't even know where the hell you came from. You were not here a minute ago. You were not even in the house. We don't usually have gnats or flies here. Me and Rob keep this place pretty fucking clean. So, first he comes at me yelling and screaming, telling me I need to shut the fuck up. I need to get out. He doesn't even live there. Why is my brother telling me to get out of our parents' house when he doesn't live there? Not on the lease. He was there to fix the furnace. That would be like a repairman coming up in here to fix something and tell me I need to shut the fuck up. Here's the thing, though. I get mail at my mother's house. By law, she would have to evict me. Because by law, she's let me be a legal resident there. And by even the fucking management up in the office and them up there at her trailer park know me. They know who I am. The maintenance men know me. They know who I am when I'm there. They know I belong there. I've lived in 2 different trailers in that fucking trailer park. I've lived in my mother's, and I lived 3 doors down from her, from 393 to 397, with my ex-husband. I belong in that fucking trailer park, Randall. Shut your fucking mouth. Do what you were there to do. Actually, no, you don't even get to do that now, do you? Because if you go back, you go around and they see that fucking truck, they're going to come knocking on the door, aren't they? So you better watch going to mommy's house, honey. Oh, you better watch him fucking being around your house. Let them find you. I pressed assault charges. Because I was done. I'm done dealing with men thinking they could put their hands on me. Because he didn't just get in my face. He didn't just shove me. He put his hands around my throat and told me he was going to fucking kill me while he had me on the floor. And our mother? Because I turned my back against him and I yelled, Mom, come get your kid. Mom, come get your kid. You know who she came after? She said I'd been running my mouth for days. I hadn't even been there for days. I had been in Maysville until the day before for a couple of days. I had been at her house a couple of days before that, before I went to Maysville, because they were who took me to Maysville. So they know I haven't been there for days. They took me to Maysville and picked me up. All she's been doing for the last week is running her mouth. Yeah, you're right. All I've been doing for the last months, years, is running my mouth. That's all I've ever done is run my fucking mouth. I learned it from you, Pam. You taught me how to be a bitch. Dad taught me how to preach. I went out and learned all my own information outside of that. Put everything all y'all taught me together. And hi, my name is Jessica. I am the product of what you all made. If you have a problem with me, well then I guess you should go look in your own fucking mirrors and realize that I am the product of what you guys created. I am your own Frankenstein's monster. Oh, now you got a problem with me? But just remember, Frankenstein's monster killed Frankenstein and his wife. He should have killed the wife first because he was mad at Frankenstein because Frankenstein promised him a bride and then Frankenstein didn't deliver. So what he got mad about, right, what the monster got mad about, was that he got promised something and it didn't get delivered upon. So you don't make promises you're not going to keep. And when you do make promises and you don't keep them, then you better fully expect that people are going to be mad at you. That's the way it works. Because it's a betrayal. Like you said you were going to, and then you didn't. You betrayed me. And that pisses people off when they get betrayed. They don't want to be around the people who betrayed them. Well, actually, the only thing they want to do is get the fuck gone. They want to pack their bags, have them ready to go, organize them, reorganize them, organize them, reorganize them. So that way, when the time fucking comes, they can go and be gone and never have to see your ass again. So she let her oldest son attempt to kill her youngest child. So Randy might not only have assault charges on him, Randy might end up being charged with attempted murder. And my mother might end up getting charged with conspiracy to attempt murder. Because they both put their hands on me. Because I talked. Because I had words to say. I didn't touch them first. They came at me. Oh, and she cared more about a goddamn coffee decanter that I picked up to use as a self-defense weapon than me. Don't you dare break my... It still got broke, didn't it, Pam? Because you didn't let me go and put it in the earth where it belonged. You didn't tell your son to leave me alone. You guys didn't even give me a chance to get the fuck up out of there. You told me to go, but you never gave me the chance to go. Instead, you tried to literally put your hands on my throat, broke my necklaces, choked me while I was on the floor, slid me from the kitchen into the living room. You know, in some states, they consider when you go from one room to another kidnapping. You're lucky you're in Ohio and not Kentucky. So, after bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing and bouncing, after dealing with people telling me one thing and then doing another, after people not telling me information I needed to know long before I ever found out about it, and they all had the ability, they all had my phone number, they could get a hold of me on Messenger, they could text me. They didn't. Oh, and then Melinda threatened to turn my phone off because it's on her plan. She should know better. If you're going to leave Jerry's phone on for how many years now? 5 years? 6 years? And he doesn't pay you child support? He doesn't see his kid? I've been there for you and for your son and your daughters. I'm still there for your daughters. They're old enough I can talk to them on my own. But you? Melinda? This was the last straw, honey. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. And you can turn my phone off. I don't give a fuck. I got that Lifeline phone. I don't care. Turn it off. Good. Because it'll be like it was 6 years ago when you got me this phone number. And I said I wanted a clean start. You'll just give me another clean start. It's really that simple. You can go ahead and give me a clean start while you live in dirty. But I would really appreciate if you can at least give me until December. I got that fucking judge calling me in December. I really don't want to have to bounce through those hoops of changing my phone number, Social Security, and my lawyer, and everything else that I have to at this moment. So, I mean, if you can just give me until... Actually, can you give me till January? Turn my phone off after New Year's. Just to make it a little easier. I mean, you haven't been making my life that easy here lately, now have you? So, my brother tried to kill me. My mom tried to help me. My stepdad stood over top of him, right behind him, so I had all three of them. That was what I saw. And then I fought back. Oh, I fought back. And I got away from him. I snatched up what I could. I got in the bathroom, and I called the police. And I hid in the bathroom until the cops showed up. And then they had the paramedics check me out, and they used words like assault and defensive wounds. And I had to hear this as they looked at my body. And even now, when I go to take showers, I still see the bruises. I still feel it here where he punched me in my head and my face. All through here, luckily I had a hat on, so it kind of blew some. So much hair came out when I finally combed my hair out because they tried to see all my bandanas and I was pulled. They yanked 3 family members against 1. And this was just last Saturday. I'm still only a week out. So no, yeah, it might be in the past, but it's the very real, recent, so recent past. Do we understand now? Do we get it now? I'm recovering. That's what I've been trying to spend this entire week doing. And then the one who's in the abusive relationship decides she wants to attack me on Facebook. Well, when she started getting attacked back, and people told her she better shut the fuck up and leave me alone, she came into my private messages. So then I'm sorry. No, I'm not. You came at me. I had to make her feel like like she was about to talk. Because I tried to leave her alone. The last thing she had said to me before when I left her house, when she texted me, she said, well, you left this and this. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You don't understand, Megan. I am not going to sit here and let any man, make me feel like I am less than or not worthy of, or that I'm not allowed to do what I want to do when I'm at home. Now, when Robbie's getting ready to go to sleep, or when he's trying to relax, I understand I need to be a little quieter. But when that shit went down, we were in the middle of the fucking day, and I was out in your backyard. Backyards are for playing. Yards are for playing. If kids are allowed to play, why can't the adults play too? Oh, we do. But most people want to play drinking games. Well, I only want to play out in the backyard when I'm drinking. That's when they pull out the games. That's when they pull out the cornhole and that kind of stuff. And when I don't drink, I smoke my wine. I smoke. Smoke my bud. I smoke my tobacco. And the Black and Milds have a flavor called wine. This one is actually just Black and Mild. Just original. But that was the beginning and the ending to my little fucking mini adventure that I had. And the brightest spot in it, though, was going down to Kentucky. Even though I did not appreciate my son's dad trying to tell me I couldn't keep him for an extra hour. And it's not even that he wanted him. We asked if we could go to his apartment, since I don't live down there, and sit and chill in the warmth and light, because it was like 6 o'clock at night, or going on 6 o'clock at night, and it was getting ready to get cold. Sun goes down, temperatures drop. I didn't want my son out in the cold, but I didn't want to leave him yet either. It was his birthday. So we had asked his daddy if we could go over to their apartment just to sit for an hour until my sister came and picked me up. Because that's whose house I was staying at. But she lives miles and miles away. Well, she lived I think it's like 7, 8 miles. But that's still farther than what me and him were wanting to walk. We had already walked from across the bridge from Ohio into Kentucky. I was already walking him to the apartment for his dad. So his dad didn't have to go to Aberdeen that night. Or he still ended up having to go to Aberdeen anyways. Oh, that's right, because you care more about that fucking pussy that's over there and your daughter. But I was talking about your ex-wife. You care more about her and your daughter than you do our son. But you took him from me, right? Right, Mason? You wanted him so bad you took him from me. Now you don't even have time for him. You don't even want him. You let that bitch lay her hands on him. That's why the 2 days I was down there, I tried to be at his bus stop at 3:30 so that she would know I will do whatever I need to do. And that you know I'll do whatever I need to do. Because I told him I'd be there as soon as I could. I got there as soon as I could. If I would have been walking it, it would have taken me the same amount of time to get there. But I had to, I hop, skipped, and jumped from one place to another, to another, to another to get to him. To do what I had to do to earn God's credit to get to him. I don't give a fuck about man's credit. I really don't. Man gives a fuck about it. In order for me to have what I need, then I have to care about man's credit. But I care more about God's credit. Because God's credit, God says I'm worth a lot. Whether humans seem to think so or not, God thinks I'm worth a lot. He thinks I'm worthy. I don't give a fuck. I put in my footwork. I've put in my time. I've paid my dues. I'm going to go live quiet and happy and healthy. I'll still do my videos. You're still gonna get loud with my music. But I'm gonna try my best not to have to get loud with people. I think I'm actually gonna revert to how my daddy was. I'll talk to you. But if you don't want to listen to me, I'm just gonna shut up. If you want to talk to me, come find me. Call me. But don't even ever think that anybody's going to come at me again. I do have my weapons. I'm not just talking about my words. I'm not talking about my tools. I mean, I have a knife, and I do carry it when I go walk. The cop even told me, keep this on you. I have other things that I can legally use that are not, they would work like brass knuckles to a point, or a fist pack. But they're legal. So I don't have to worry about getting in trouble. I have weapons. I have people. And my people seem to think that I deserve to live happy. I'm gonna listen to them. I'm done listening to people who are just gonna keep on trying to destroy me. I know my worth. I know what I'm worthy of. I don't need anybody else to fucking verify that. But it would be nice if God would just pay the fuck up on what me and him agreed to. We made an agreement. He held up on one, and I held up on mine. I said in one of my videos, if John Burge lives, I'll stop smoking cigarettes. I stopped smoking cigarettes, and I don't usually inhale these. I told you, God and I make deals. I just need God to keep doing his part because I'm keep doing mine. He asked me to do certain things. I said I'll do those. He asked me to not stop talking to him again because I stopped talking to him for 23 years. Except for to curse him. I still curse him. God damn you, motherfucker. I swear I just heard it just shut up Jessica in my head. Probably just because I've heard it so much. But it's like seriously what I could just imagine what somebody would say to me. Shut up, Jessica. Stop. He's been being good to you lately. Yes, lately, but he has a lot to make up for. Not me. Because this shit started when I was a baby. And I didn't do anything as a baby to deserve it. But it did. And I'm exhausted. But he made me a deal. Me and him, we talked, we made a deal. I felt it when he said okay. I just gotta wait for him to put the pieces to play for the deal to actually happen. I'll keep doing my part. I do fully expect that he's gonna pay up. Alright, well, Abono. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me and thank you. Or please forgive and thank you, because I don't need your forgiveness. I am unforgiven. Or I don't need to be unforgiven. However you want to put that. I don't need forgiveness. I've sent out my apologies to who need them. And if I do something wrong and again, then I'll apologize. But right now it's, I love you. I'm sorry for what everybody else does that hurts you. I'm sorry that life isn't nice. Please learn how to forgive everybody. Just forgive everybody. You don't have to forget what they've done, but forgive them for yourself. Because you are who actually matters in your life. So for you, forgive everybody. No matter how hard that one is. That one is hard. Thank you for listening, watching, paying attention. And most definitely thank you if you go out and you take anything I've said and you change to be better. Always change it to be better. Always. If we change TV shows because we don't like them to a better show that we like more, why can't we change our own lives from what we don't like to what we do? I think we can. It's not as simple as just clicking a button on a remote. Nowhere near it. But it's worth it. Y'all have a great night. Better go smoke. Bono.